Okay, so today we have so much to cover, we'll probably have to have a few videos to get through it all. But we start out with Samuel being sent by the Lord from Gibeah to anoint David king in Bethlehem. So Gibeah is right here, and he leaves there and comes through Jerusalem to Bethlehem, which is right here. So he goes there and he anoints David, and we know that story. The next story then will be, of course, how David kills Goliath. So let's look at some of the geography here to help us understand it. Okay, remember that the tension is between this area that's the coastal plain and the highlands that are right up here. So, hang on. Alright, I just recentered the map. So, the issue is, here are the highlands, here's the coastal plain, here's that Shphelah that we've talked about before. And you can see there are little valleys that come up, and these are the key routes how to get up into the mountains. And so the fights will usually be centered around the valleys. You see, this is where the Samson story was focused, and also the ark being returned there by Beit Shemesh here in the Sorek Valley. The next valley south is the Elah Valley. All right. So what happens is that the Philistines are going to come from Gath. I've got a few pictures of Gath, maybe just one, I can't remember. That's not it. Okay, there it is. Gath was a huge city set up on a hill, but also all around it. You can get an idea. All of this is the area of Gath. So the Philistines will gather from all sorts of cities, but they'll focus there on Gath, and they'll work their way here up the Elah Valley, coming up this way, all right? Right up here is Bethlehem. So, and up here is Gibeah, right here. So, Saul will come with his men down into the Elah Valley to cut them off. Of course, there's a map for that, right? So, here's to give you an idea. As they come down the Elah Valley and the Philistines are coming up, and the Israelites cut them off right here in the middle of the Elah Valley, right before you get into the hills to get up into Bethlehem. So right here in this area, they meet. The Israelites are camped right here. In fact, we think we found where their camp was. Some remains that then get built up right here. And the Philistines are probably right over here. All right, and up here is the high hills of Bethlehem. And you go out this way to get to Gath and Ekron and those areas. So this is where the standoff will happen, with these two armies camped right across the valley from each other, and Goliath coming down in this area and issuing the challenge all the time. Alright, so the last picture was looking down in the valley from the point of view. It was taken from right here, but right here is where the Philistines would have been. So the point of view from the Philistine camp, this is the area where the Israelites were, and where they built up a fortification where their camp was made right after that, most likely. So what we think happens is that David goes down the hill right here into the Elah Valley and has the battle right here, and right here is where the Philistine army is. The Philistines then see that they're going to lose, and they run, trying to run south down into the plains. You can see how you're getting into the lower lands here. So they run through this valley this way. The problem they have is that the Israelites are on this hill right here, so some of them can run this way, and some of them can run this way. And so what you have is where David defeats Goliath right here, the Israelites come this way, and the Philistines, as they try to leave, are caught in between in a pincher movement. And so many of them are killed right there. And those that do escape, then they chase them all the way out here to Gath and Ekron. But the biggest share of the battle happens right there as they are caught. Here, we'll show you again from here. This is from their point of view. The Israelites come here and out down here, so that as the Philistines run this way, they get caught between them. That's the defeat of Goliath and the Philistines. We'll move on from there in a different video.